back in action in Motorfest. And, ooh, I gotta remember how to do this. So we can do, let's do sunrise, clean driving, and switch out the combi bus for the Porsche. So yesterday we went through a bit of, sorry, how you pretty much calibrate parts and stuff like that. I don't know if there is too much more, but I can go more in depth on it if you guys want. I know a bunch of you already probably have that figured out from what I've heard of your summit placements and stuff like that. So with that said, if you guys want to see more of that, I can try to make something like that happen. But in today's video, we are gonna do some Kiss Me Combo racing. That's a mouthful, but the race is pretty much what I still think is the best race to make money on, because it's such a short race that still pays really well. So I thought, since I haven't driven this Porsche too much in Motorfest, I kind of want to try it out in this race and see how it does. Because obviously the physics are different from the Crew 2, but I still think that this one can pull through really well. And I don't know, I just love the sound of this car. You know, a thing that would probably help is not driving off the road. That usually makes the races a bit easier. Oops. I don't know, I kind of sort of forgot that brakes exist, so yeah. Okay, let's move him out of the way and try to move up. Let's see. Yeah, the Porsche still feels awesome to drive. But the brakes can definitely use an improvement. Holy hell. Okay. I gotta take that into consideration. Like the Bugatti and stuff like that, the brakes were actually not bad at all. That car is also a lot heavier than this car. Yeah, okay, never mind. So, I don't know, I don't think the car is tuned whatsoever. But just in terms of how the braking capabilities of this car, they are not great. I was even trying to take the shortcut there, didn't go as planned. Ooh, okay. I do want to give this another go and just see if we can do better. But the brakes are definitely not that good. Do we get any payment for this? Do we have to... No, okay. Well, that's kind of sad. I mean, the brakes felt decent like the first few corners. Then they felt like they overheated and you lost like brake pressure. But yeah, I don't know. Still, in my opinion, one of the best looking hype cars in the game. Even if I am not able to drive it that much, I still freaking love it. I gotta double check if I still have the Crew 2 downloaded. Because if I do, would love to jump back into that and drive this thing. Like it should be driven. Oh god. Okay, so now that I sort of know how it works, yeah, it's a bit easier. I'll still probably send it off the freaking map, but we'll see, we'll see. The handling of it isn't bad. Just that I gotta remember to brake a lot earlier than I usually do. I don't send it to Narnia. But turning radius and everything like that is fine. And I think the problem with, at least for me, in a lot of these racing games are that these days a lot of the cars are brain dead. You can just fully max send with the cars and you'll be fine. And then you get surprised when you run into a car like this that actually punishes you for if you do mistakes in the race. Which as I said, I do get surprised by, but I honestly do like it when cars do that. 144. See, we should get a better payment this time around. 27k. Yep, not too bad. Okay, so if you want to jump over from the Porsche, what do we want to use instead? Dude, I haven't driven this one in a while. Ooh, never mind. Let's take the 1-to-1 and run it back with that instead. I don't. Fun fact about this car, I don't remember the exact numbers, but the Koenigsegg 1-to-1 is, the name is based on the actual horsepower to weight ratio, which is something like it weighs about 1,357 kilos, something like that, I think, and it has exactly as much horsepower as it weighs, which is absurd. Because when you speak about like the power to weight ratio in cars, even our 1-to-3 is really good. And then when you're speaking about bikes, you usually have, well, you're getting closer to that 1-to-1 number. That, like, obviously bikes are a lot lighter, everything like that. But in terms of a car being 1-to-1, like, I know there are a lot of drag builds, stuff like that are that, but production cars being 1-to-1 is that is something different, and it's really freaking cool. Something that I would love to do one day would be to visit a Koenigsegg facility. I think they have one very south here in Sweden. So I sort of gotta figure out if it's possible. I think they had an event not too long ago. But I gotta see if it is possible to... Hold on. Select the checkpoint and go. If it's possible to get a visitation or something. Hold on, dude. Okay, that's messed up. Well, we made third at least. I messed up there. I should have hit the waypoint way earlier. We won't get paid as much. But also, if you guys watched yesterday's video, you can now see that after 2 races we pretty much made back the money that we used for the parts. So that goes pretty quickly. Gathering 2 mil is gonna take some time, obviously. But getting back 100k is 3 races. So it's not too bad, and especially with Kiss Me Combi, that's a really short race compared to a lot of the other races in Motorfest. I don't mind it too much at all. Ooh. There's so many cars that you forget about. Okay, I don't think we've driven this car once. I'm not sure if I drive this after I bought it. I don't... Did I buy it? Or did I get it because of Season Pass? Theory. I don't know. Ooh. Okay, I don't know. This has to be one of the ugliest hypercars there is in this game. Like, you know, the old Bugattis and stuff are like, they're kind of ugly, but they're also so good looking. This thing, I don't know. I just feel like this one is ugly, straight through. The front is not too bad. I don't like the headlights. I don't like the headlights at all. But the rear end of this car is not something that's beautiful to look at. It's like, looks like a beefed up RX-8, pretty much. I don't know, there's something about it that I really don't like. I now know why I have not driven this car. Because looking at it, even a wing upgrade would have done a lot to this car, but I don't think that's available because I think that I would have put it on if that was an option. Because this is not beautiful to look at. I wonder how this one has sold, like in real life. Because I believe this is not a prototype car. I think it's a actual production car. That's actually... I actually want to know. Where did I get... Oh, never mind. Clean driving. Clean driving, by the way, really good thing to put on if you haven't. You just get free extra money. Okay, hold on. Let me check. Already? Not Alfredo. Alferi. Uh, uh, okay, these are design elements from blah blah. For the wheelbase, equipped with a locking transaxle, 4.7 liter V8 engine, 460 horses. The Alfieri was confirmed for production in 2016 at Fiat Chrysler event on 6th of May 2014, but was delayed to 2020 at the earliest. According to reports, the Alfieri was be offered with three V6 engine choices rated at 410 horsepower, 450 horsepower, and 520 horsepower. The 450 and 520 horsepower versions were said to only have an all-wheel drive system. Uh, in June 2018, Maserati announced that the Alfieri would be offered as a plug-in hybrid from 2021 and as an electric vehicle from 2020 with three electric motors and all-wheel drive. Further, the Alfieri Coupe and convertible would replace the Maserati Gran Turismo and Grand Cabrio. 2019, it was announced that the car would enter mass production in 2021 or 2022. However, as of the Stellantis merger that incorporated FCA in 2021, production is yet to commence in mid 2021. It was confirmed that the Gran Turismo prototype using styling cues from the Alfieri was being test driven with options for an electric drivetrain as well as a V6 and a V8 engine. But okay, so I don't get it. Is it in production or is it not? Because all I'm getting from this... Okay, wait, here it says something. The Alfieri is a concept car from the Italian car manufacturer Maserati. It was shown as a concept car at the 2014 Geneva Motor Show. Okay, so it is still a concept car, but it should have went into production 2 years ago, 3 years ago. That's interesting. I honestly thought that it was a actual production car. That's kind of cool though. I mean, not the car itself, but it's actually okay. So it is a the crew special. Because they tend to do this. They tend to take concept cars, prototype cars, all of that, and putting them in the game. Usually as hypercars, because this one, the Egoista, I think there is one in the world. Okay. The let's see, the Lavinuchar, La Bicho Noir, whatever. I think there is one of this. They have, uh, well, this is their own car brand. I want to say like Ivory Tower, though still a sick car. I'll be honest. The Senvo, which I think is sort of a production car. The Rimac Nevera, another sort of production car. This one I also think is a prototype car. The this one as well, same thing there, prototype car. This one haven't gone into production yet, from what I know. Uh, so all of this is really fun that they're adding this. Like the expo obviously exists, but like there aren't many car games that are using these cars. But it's so fun that they're bringing it into this. Noble isn't like that's a production car brand, but I don't see Nobles a lot in any games. So all in all, it's a lot of fun. With that said, if you guys want to see more of us like gathering cash, gathering parts, whatever, I don't know what we're gonna do to gather parts for boats and planes and stuff like that, because those races are really boring that exist, and I think they've patched a lot of the ways to actually get parts, sadly. But if you guys have any ideas or tips or tricks or anything like that, leave them down below in the comments, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in another video, which is probably gonna end up being Need for Speed, I think. But with that said, have a good one, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.